As the thumbnail hinted, we have a new project here on the channel. I'm curious how many people can actually guess what it is. So if you have any ideas, drop into the comments below. No cheating. We'll get to it towards the end of the video. In the meantime, let's figure out how that got back in one piece. Welcome back to the Pirate Ragnar channel. Today is Wednesday, and the weather has graced us with yet another hot, sticky one. So doesn't mean we don't have some wrenching to do. Let's get into it. So today we're gonna finish up these forks, get these things installed. I did want to take a moment to actually show with a little bit more clarity the difference between the old air assist and the new air assist that I'm going to be using. So if you look at the old air assist pieces, they are, come on, focus there. I need to get a better camera for this. So they are quite rounded. Every single 10 mil is rounded really, really badly. And by every single, I mean the two of them. Whereas on the new pieces, we're actually doing really, really well. They're in great condition still. So that's really the only difference between these two parts. These ones here are from Maul's original forks, and these ones are from the donor bike that's out there. So we may never end up using that other donor bike. It really kind of depends on whether or not I can find the top end of a crankcase so that I can replace the one from Maul's that I broke, which would actually give me two full 450 engines. That's a pipe dream for now, so it's something that we'll deal with in the future. In the meantime, I'm gonna scavenge the best pieces that I do have from both bikes to use on Maul's. So I wanna get those finished up. I wanna get them filled up with fork oil, the front wheel reattached. I would very much like to kind of catch everybody up on the status of the Vapor Blaster and what I have planned for that. We will touch on that quickly. There was something else. Oh, of course, let me go show you. The other thing that I kind of hinted at in the last video was the front brake reservoir. So if we take a look here, so Maul's in her dismantled state. Editing room Alistair here. So the whole front brake master cylinder reservoir fiasco that I really wanted to get into with this video turned into a rabbit hole, as you can see here, that I actually haven't completely resolved yet. So we're gonna leave that for another video. I have one more thing that I'd really like to show everybody, so let's go back outside. You gotta say for yourself, my man. Hey, princess. I know. Are you watching over him? Making sure he doesn't get up to no good? No, sir. So real quick, before we do anything else, the gloves that I had from last season they were not in great condition to begin with. They're also canvas. They were supposed to be oiled canvas from the top part of it, but these leaked really badly as soon as they started getting wet anyway, and they had since ripped because they're just very, very old. So I've been looking on Amazon and locally to see where I can get some fully rubber or latex replacements. So hopefully I can get those ordered in sooner than later, and then we can get back up and running with the Vapor Blaster. Obviously, we're not going to be focusing too much on the 450 parts. Instead, we're going to be digging out all the 750 parts and bringing them out here and getting everything cleaned up really, really nicely so that engine can properly get rebuilt. Well, leave it to me to have at least one thing that I forget in any project. I completely forgot to put on the speedo housing. Even if you don't have a factory speedo attached, it still functions as a spacer for the front wheel, so it's rather important. And this is what I've been really excited about. So, as I mentioned earlier, we have a new project here on the channel. The thumbnail hinted at it, and if you haven't guessed already, it is a 1990 DR350. Now, she is far from in great condition. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. I can tell you right off the hop, those wheels are trash. The shock bearings are gone. Someone has mangled the electronics on this, so quite a lot of the wiring harness has had some custom work done to it, which you know just means it's going to be gremlin after gremlin. The seat, let's just not even talk about the seat. And the last gentleman that had it, that I bought it from, decided he knew how to fix the petcock. I don't know that it's repairable, so we're probably going to need a new one of those. So there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done, everything from the headlight to the wheel bearings to, like I said, the shock bearings. The drivetrain needs to be adjusted, but the most important thing is this engine is not seized. So, although right now it's really, really difficult to tell if or what work is going to need to be done to the engine itself, it's definitely not seized, and that's really all I care about when I'm looking for an engine, because hopefully it means that it doesn't need an entire rebuild. But that's probably where the good news stops with it. I'm very, very excited about it. It's probably not going to be a project that we're going to get onto the road or into the trails this year. I will do my best to try and do that. I've already started looking at parts that we can order for it and what we can do to start piecing this thing together. But the frame has quite a lot of rust on it. I want to really pull everything apart, get the frame in the blast chamber, and then probably repaint it just so that I'm really, really happy with it. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if this will be combined into the Wrenching Wednesday videos or if we'll come up with something silly like Suzuki Sunday, but we'll definitely start working on this thing and seeing what we can piece together, what parts need to be completely replaced and what things can be salvaged on it. And I'm just really, really excited to have a dual sport bike that's actually my size. If you can look, I actually fit on this bike. That's kind of unusual for dirt bikes in general. I find that most dirt bikes are a little bit small for me, and it's also the first Suzuki that I've had. I've helped other people with their Bandits and a couple of other Suzukis, but I've never had one myself. As you guys may have guessed, I'm a bit of a Honda boy, so we'll see where this goes, but I am excited and just wanted to introduce everybody to the new beast. What do you think, Secret? Yeah, it's acceptable? You're willing to put up with it? Cool.